What's up everyone? I am going to be peeling a level 3 50/50 unit today, so I really hope you enjoyed the run, and if you do, I really hope that you subscribe as we face Gyomba right here. He's going to be a common opponent actually throughout the run, so he's going to be making lots of appearances and hopefully most of the time we are going to be defeating him. Whatever the case though, I really did not intend to make this run happen. As you can see from the pet that I chose for the pack image, you can probably tell that my ideas were completely different from what I ended up doing. Whatever the case though, I think it ended up being a pretty nice run, and as well as that it ended up being a pretty lucky run. As you can see right here, we get 4 good pets in the shop, all of which we will be picking up. And most of these are economy pets, so we are going to have a crazy amount of gold even from early on, from the Weasel and the Bigfoot. And we also roll into double spider plus Ogo Pogo. Ogo Pogo in particular can be basically anything you want it to. For this build it will be an economy pet if it manages to level up the Weasel to level 2 mid-fight. Here we get a little bit lucky though with the weakness hitting their biggest unit, so we end up winning as a result. So yeah, I think I'm not really sure what I'm going to do right here though. We can take a level up right now, but we can also save it for the next turn. I end up taking it here though, and I think we're going to be picking up this Hoopo bird, yep, instead of the Marmoset. And I think this is the build we're going to be rolling with for a little while, until turn 7 anyway, where we get the insane amounts of level ups and hopefully that results in something amazing. Here we end up winning, and we're actually so dominant that we don't even get to feint the Bigfoot and we don't get the extra roll because of it. But I think that's fine, we're only missing out on basically 1 gold, so I think we can go without that much, especially with a level 2 Weasel right now with the Ogo Pogo effect. So let's hop into battle. We face Gyomba once again. He's looking like a puppy pack build, but then he has an Ogo Pogo at the back, so yeah, whatever the case, we still defeat him. He has that amazing hat from the weekly bro victory. I'm so jealous of it. I really want one for myself, but weekly bros are incredibly difficult to win, so you can tell that Gyomba is a very decent opponent to be matching up against. Whatever the case though, we are securing ourselves lots of level ups for turn 7. We have one in the Ogo Pogo, one in the Weasel, and then one in the Bigfoot as well. So we can potentially even get a level 2 tier 5 unit on turn 7, like we did in yesterday's video, I believe, with the mana build. We face Gyomba once again. This time he's running a different team however, and it's going to be beating us. It's basically a 1v1 at this point, but Gyomba is just bringing a different team every single turn, which is kind of funny to think about. We are finally on turn 7 and we can get those sweet level ups. We find double cow, but I think I'm going to be taking neither of those. And then we also find eagle turkey. So not the best level up selections, but also not the worst. You can't be disappointed when you see a husky on your level up on turn 7. So here we go, we take an eagle, we're going to sell the spider to buy sell the stingray. I really want having the pills frozen, so I think cows are a no-go sadly. We really want to pill some blobfish onto our team, especially onto the husky if we can afford it. But that being said, I think my team is actually so good that I'm reluctant to sell any of my pets, so the pills can go. That doesn't make the cow any better of a purchase, I don't think, because the flashlight is going to be giving us more stats than 2 milks. And yeah, we can get to set up for turn 9 now, and we can get to have hopefully triple level up once again, even though that's kind of an optimistic thought. So here we go, we are winning another round. It's starting to look a little bit closer than I want it to be, but we are greeding very much with the Weasel level up for the next turn, as well as the double avocado. We also find a Blobfish triple, so that is extremely good. Because if we can get a level 2 Blobfish and then we can peel it onto a tier 6 unit immediately, that will be super good for us, especially if it's like some powerful scaler that we can utilize. I think here we are going to be losing, however. They're going for a jump build. They still don't have their frogman, but they don't really need it. Just the abilities that they have are way good enough for us to lose right there. Whatever the case though, we level into a hammerhead shark, which is making yet another appearance actually. I've been really liking the hammerhead shark and basically all gold generating units, and you can really see why. These level ups are absolutely divine for us. We get a bird of paradise plus a hammerhead shark, and we already have a level 3 weasel, so it's basically just a money making machine, and with the bird of paradise it's going to be lots of scaling as well. So I have probably put in the thumbnail that we're going to be pilling a level 350-50 blobfish, yet I only pilled a small blobfish right there, so you might be wondering what that is about. But don't you worry, we'll be building up another one soon enough. We just needed the level 2 bird of paradise in order to scale up faster and not fall behind. So let's see how we do on this turn. Very unfortunate breakpoint, the weasel fainting right before the golden retriever spawns, otherwise I think it would have been an easy victory. Whatever the case though, we can continue scaling up with the double bird of paradise that we have right here. I am contemplating spilling the eagle, but rolling for pill just it's very risky to do, honestly. Like, you might roll 20 ties and not find even a single pill, so I just decide to sell it. And this is the setup we'll be going for right here. Double bird of paradise, double gold generating unit, and of course our blobfish that we want to pill. Everything happened accidentally, honestly, because I really wanted to pill the blobfish onto the bird of paradise or the hammerhead shark, so we can get a high level, high stat unit with a very good ability. But you can see in the shop we're not finding any pills, and I think it's going to remain that way for a little while. So in the meantime we're just going to buy equipment, sell some oysters. I really want to combine the birds of paradise right here in order to free up the space for the oyster. But let's get the buff from the level 1 bird of paradise first, and then we can combine. Selling stoats I think is a good idea, because there are lots of pets we want to find on tier 6, like the bird of paradise, the hammerhead, also an oyster from the stoat sale is going to be massive for us. So yeah, I think the build is looking pretty good. Getting a level 2 hammerhead shark, selling this crow as well, most likely to push the chocolate onto the blobfish. We are wasting a little bit of stats on the crow right there, but I don't think we had any choice. So yeah, hopefully we don't lose. We have 1 melon, so that could be an advantage against most opponents, so let's see how we do. Wombat build, very interesting actually, but unfortunately their team is so weak that we don't even get a feint on the weasel. We are not too mad about it though, because we still have 16 gold from the hammerhead shark, and with these kinds of rolls, rolling into avocados plus oysters, you can't really complain much. We get to stat up, we get to buy sell, we have zebra plus cow in the shop, but I'm honestly looking for the level 3 bird of paradise first, and thankfully we find it. The weasel is nearing 50-50 actually, we might even hit it at the beginning of the next turn. If I was a little bit braver I would have put the weasel up at the front, but I think our team is not that strong that it would just win that dominantly. You can see right here, even with a relatively weak stat build, we actually managed to get the feint on the weasel, so we are not invincible just yet. We have lots of stats but almost no in-battle abilities other than the blobfish. So hopefully we get to improve the team massively during this turn. We get to sell an oyster. Crow is a little bit expensive for me. I was very happy to see chocolates in the shop, but I think paying 5 gold for a chocolate is a little bit too much. Here I decided to do it though, because it will result in a level 3 hammerhead shark, and that in turn is going to generate lots of gold for us in the future. We are also going to do another sell, because it will result in a trigger of the bird of paradise's ability, which is very nice to see. Weasel is 50-50, we can put it at the front because it has melon, and hopefully we are strong enough that we can win. Yup, even though the math was absolutely horrible for us on this round, I think we just have overwhelming amounts of stats, and I think at this point I decide to actually go for the level 3 Blobfish. So most of the time I was just keeping the Blobfish unintentionally, but finally the thought came to me that I can go for a level 3 50-50 pill, because that is a rarity. I don't think I've seen anyone in recent times pill a 50-50 unit. So we're going to also take a target for the Blobfish to pill onto, which is a behemoth. And if we can manage to get the behemoth to over 50-50 stats pretty early, I think we'll be very happy with ourselves. We are on 9 trophies now, so we have to get 4 attack on the Blobfish before we are able to pill it. And I think it would be pretty easy to do, because we have more than 14 gold. We'll be definitely getting 2 Birds of Paradise triggers, so that can result in the 50-50 Blobfish. I even take a cornucopia for the pita bread onto the behemoth, and now we can peel the Blobfish onto it as well. So goodbye Blobfish, you will be dearly missed, but I think having a behemoth to replace it will actually not be too horrible for us. It is lower statted than the Blobfish used to be, but then again it will be scaling up massively every single turn, and it also has the upside of going to 100 stats if we can manage to scale it up that high, which is looking very good honestly. The Blobfish gave it, how much is that actually? I think that's +9 that a level 3 Blobfish pill would give in stats, and then the Bird of Paradise ability, and then also the Behemoth ability, and you can see it's basically at 50 HP already. And even though we lose right here, I think we still have much room for improvement, so hopefully we manage to get the Behemoth up to a respectable start line before clicking the end turn button. Here I am making a little bit of a misplay. I was informed that actually you don't really need to optimize Bird of Paradise triggers when you already have multiple 50-50s, because there's no point in really buffing 50-50 units already, because they're already maxed out, you don't need any more stats. So here we go, this is going to be the final turn. We're going to be selling a stoat right here, hoping for an oyster. Unfortunately we didn't get it, but I don't think it's something to be super mad about. We can even immediately buy sell an oyster, because we don't have to worry about buffing 50-50 units. So yeah, I think buying this blue ringed octopus at the end, pushing the HP of the behemoth up in the 70s, and then the attack will go in the 70s as well at the end of the turn, so we can pop through melon. So yeah, this will be the build. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.